The battle for Los Angeles. Both of these squads bring history and pride to these West Coast institutions that, while allied at times, want nothing more than to ring that victory bell right in the other guy's face. Welcome to Los Angeles Memorial Stadium. It's the UCLA Bruins and the USC Trojans. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
When you step onto the field for a USC football game, you know you are in the heart of history. Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum in Los Angeles has seen more sports than you can imagine. Hosting 2 Summer Olympics in 1932 and 84, it is also set to return for a 3rd Olympic trial in 2028. It was opened in 1923, and more history has happened in the Coliseum than anywhere else in college sports. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, Holly. And the Bruins will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They go play action with Joseph. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And I think this offense was looking for a reason to ignite the home crowd, coming out on first down, throwing the football, but the defense was ready. Nice job getting to the quarterback, making a big sack on the first play of the game.
Making the adjustment on the play. Joseph fires to the right. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Running inside. It's Osborne. Turning it on. He's at the 10. Touchdown, UCLA. Great job by the back on the option. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. All right, guys, let's think big picture USC. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing Joseph. Makes the grab on the left. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Joseph from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Making the adjustment. 4th down, Joseph. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here comes the UCLA offense onto the field to start this drive. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34. This crosstown rivalry dates back nearly 100 years, guys. The first meeting between the Trojans and the Bruins back in 1929.
Yeah, and every year since, you know, one thing you know, Jesse, is the uniforms are crisp. They are clean. They are so sweet. You know this game means a lot late in the season every year.
This is definitely my favorite uniform game of the year, every year in college football, right? Both USC and UCLA with the home unis here in this great environment. But the game also means so much as well, and that's why there's this heightened sense of electricity and energy every time these two teams play.
Fires to the wideout. He's got it. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside.
Breaks into the open on the left. Inside the touchdown, Bruins. Excellent pass by the back on the option. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just handing the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Joseph. Working on the right. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. And the Trojans in the hurry-up.
It's a really nice job out there making the catch. I feel like fans are always expecting one of these Trojan receivers to be in the conversation for being best in the country, right? Because of the success they've had in the past, and certainly in more recent years. There's a lot of pressure to play that position now at the Coliseum and at USC, but this guy right here, he has been making his mark on this offense.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Throwing Joseph. Here comes the heat. Fires complete on the crosser. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Fresh set of downs going up top. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense puts you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we've got to get a stop. We've got to stop the bleeding and get the ball back to our offense.
There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. That's the end of the quarter, and UCLA has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Leaves it with the back. Sees some running room. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a first down. The Bruins moving the chains on the ground, and they've had some great running backs there. Some have flown under the radar a little bit.
Yeah, guys like Jonathan Franklin. And listen, you can always find elite recruits and great playmakers out there in the Golden State.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimum gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Throwing, Imaliava. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. This offense has it with really good field position. Looking for a crease to the left. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last two drives. And the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
Reels it in, and he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. The Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. Joseph, buying time to his right, headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, USC! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Bruins offense makes its way onto the field, hoping to get things going here. Threw a pick the last time they had it. They'll try to be more productive this time around. That's caught. It's Cox. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
They're all over it. He'll pull it down and run. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing them. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers, they can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Second and long here. Here's Iamaleava to throw. Fires quickly. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football. And now you're rewarded with third and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
Under pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. There he goes! Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Throwing Joseph. Spits it out to the back. Makes the grab. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no-huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
Now we're going to have a timeout taken by USC. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to the big tight end. Left side is Jefferson. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Gets the back moving. Joseph. Still looking to his right. Outside the pocket, lets it go. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
They'll take the penalty and move them back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Again, it's Joseph. He'll take a shot. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Iamaleava. Rush right in his face. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with a look at Ohio State taking on the number 4 team, the Michigan Wolverines. And it's the Buckeyes coming away with a blowout victory in what looks like a major upset. Expect major changes in the polls this week. Make it now 6 straight victories for this team in what's turning into a very notable season. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Hit and dropped in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Throwing, Iamaleava. With the catch, it's Moore. Turns it on in midfield. Completely shot a bolt of energy into this drive. Inside the 40, finally stopped at the 39. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava. Rush is on, and they got it.
And man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. In the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting the quarterback, creating a negative play.
Turns it upfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quick give. It's Cox. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down. They don't seem comfortable with the 50-yard field goal attempt, so they'll leave the offense out to try to get the 1st down. 4th down, Iamaleava. Makes a grab past the marker. Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on 4th down. You're in the 3rd quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
The Bruins kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. They're going to ride this running back. The draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. left, it's Cox. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
If you can't win it all, you might as well try to ruin things for your rival, and that's exactly... And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Bruins. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple of possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Makes the catch. It's Cox. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patters. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down.
And that's a first down for the offense.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground. He's got it again.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the 4th quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run, back it up with a pass, getting the first down, a few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
And the Bruins will line it up on 1st and 10. The ride. And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Bruins will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. Going to the run, it's Osborne. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. A very productive play on 1st down has now set us up with his 2nd and goal. The Trojans use their first timeout. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? They'll try to blast their way in. Touchdown, UCLA! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They've built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it out. It's Lockhart. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Throwing Joseph. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Here's a throw downfield late. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
You just can't say enough about how this defense has played today. They came in here, David, as the underdog. They wanted to prove everybody wrong. They got turnovers today, and they get a massive stop at the end of the game when they need it most. Just can't say enough about the D.
Man, they were the underdogs, but this defense, they thought they could play fast.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. This isn't the only victory bell in college football, but it is the one that weighs nearly 300 pounds, and this season it will